Good morning. This is Susan, and this is Susan's Ramblings. Please take a moment and hit the subscribe button and hit the like button. Leave me a comment too. This is continuing the gifts that you can give over Christmas if you haven't already found all your gifts. This one is called peach tea mix. It's a half a cup of instant tea mix, 1 cup of white sugar, and half a box of peach flavored gelatin. Your Jello, 3 ounces, the small one. You combine all the ingredients and put it together into a small jelly jar. Is what I'm trying to think of. Okay. If you don't want to use just half a box of Jello, use the whole box and then just double everything. Then you would use a cup of instant tea mix and 2 cups of white sugar plus a box of your gelatin. I like this one with the raspberry Jello. We like raspberry tea, and that is a favorite for always. Anyway, and to use it, you use 2 teaspoons to 8 ounces of hot water. There's one of them. Here's another one, another drink mix that you can put in your jelly jars. 1.5 cups of instant non-dairy creamer, 1/4 inch cup of instant coffee, 1/4 cup of packed brown sugar, and you combine those all together and you mix them thoroughly. I find it better if I put it in a blender or a food processor and take those coffee, grind those down a little bit. It also combines your brown sugar a little bit better. And you store it in your jelly jar. Give it in your jelly jar, put a label on it, and tell them to use 1/4 a cup mixed to 2/3 cup of boiling water. So you're going to need a lot of this one in order to use 1/4 of a cup. Okay? Next one. Whoops, I took the wrong one out of there. Next one. Chocolate popcorn spice mix. This is a mix seasoning you can put on your popcorn. It's 1/2 cup powdered sugar, 1/4 cup of mini semi-sweetened chocolate chips, 1 tablespoon plus 2 teaspoons of unsweetened cocoa, 1/2 teaspoon of ground cinnamon, and you put it all together and you put it in a jar. Again, you go in a jelly jar. Okay, and to use, you melt 1/4 cup of butter over low heat, and you add 2 tablespoons of the mix to the butter, and you stir well, and you pour it over 3 cups of popcorn, and then you stir well again. There's that one. Cajun popcorn spice mix, that's another one. 4 teaspoons of paprika, 4 teaspoons of thyme, 4 teaspoons of basil, 4 teaspoons of cumin, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 2 teaspoons of salt, 2 teaspoons of black pepper, 1 teaspoon of cayenne pepper. It's optional. There again, you mix all these things together, put it in your jelly jar, and you're way to go. To use it, you do it a little bit different. You use 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil, and you heat the oil in a small pan over medium heat. And then you add 1 tablespoon of the spice mix and cook and stir it for another minute, and then you pour over 3 cups of popcorn. Then you mix it well. Alright, there's another spice one that you can make. Next one, cheesy popcorn spice mix. 1/2 cup grated parmesan cheese, 2 teaspoons of salt, 1 teaspoon of dried tarragon, 1 teaspoon of parsley flakes, and 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. There again, you mix it all together and put it in an airtight container. To give it, you put a little label on the jar, telling them how to make it, and you pop 3 corns of, you have 3 cups of popcorn, melt 1/4 cup of butter, and stir in 1 tablespoon of mix, and you pour it over your popcorn, and you mix it well. There's that one. Alright, here's another coffee mix. Got my other one here too somewhere. I don't know where my other coffee mix went. There I go. Nope, not it. Here I am. Okay, here's the coffee mix again. 3/4 cup unsweetened powdered cocoa powder, 3/4 cup of sugar, 1/4 cup of instant dry milk. Combine them all together, and then you add it to your coffee. You add as much as you desire, 2 to 3 tablespoons full, or for the desired taste. Holly Jolly coffee mix. Use 2/3 cup instant milk, dry milk, 2/3 cup of sugar, 1/2 cup of instant coffee, granules, 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon. And then again, you mix all these ingredients and you mix it thoroughly. Again, I would put it in a food processor, a blender, to make the granules, coffee granules, a little bit smaller. To use, you 2 teaspoons of mix to a hot cup of coffee. Okay? I'm going to stick this one in here next. Oops, I think maybe if I can get the first one out of there. Not working today. Okay, I'm going to slip this one in there. French vanilla cappuccino mix. And I made this myself today. And it is good, believe me. Okay, I got 1 1/3 cups of sugar, 1 1/3 cups of French vanilla coffee creamer, and I had to wait because I had to find my coffee creamer first. 2/3 cup of milk powder, dried milk powder, 2/3 cup of instant coffee. And there again, I put it in the food processor and I ground it all down until it was small granules, until they were about the same. And to use it, I use 4 tablespoons of mix to 1 cup of boiling water. Again, you can adjust this to your own taste. The next one we have, fireside coffee mix. I guess this is mostly drinks this time, isn't it? But with the cold weather we've got coming in, and with the snowstorms that they're telling us that's going to happen for the next 10 days, we're going to need some hot coffee, hot drinks. 2/3 cup nondairy creamer, coffee creamer. 1/2 cup of hot cocoa mix, which is Nestle's. 1/2 cup of instant coffee granules, 1/2 cup of sugar, 1/3 teaspoon of cinnamon, 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg. And there again, like I said before, and the rest of them, use your food processor or your blender to make the coffee granules a little bit small. To use it, use 2 tablespoons plus 1 teaspoon. Mix to a cup of boiling water. Of course, you can always adjust that to your own taste. Cinnamon mocha mix. 2 cups of unsweetened cocoa. 1/3 cup of instant coffee. 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon. Again, mix it all together. Put it in a jelly jar. Label it. And put your instructions on it. 2 tablespoons of mix with 2/3 cup of boiling water. All there is to it. A lot of drink mixes, a lot of cold weather coming in. Okay. Granola. This is one of the longer recipes, but it's also one that people like. 1 cup of brown sugar, packed brown sugar. 1/2 cup of water. 4 teaspoons of vanilla extract. 8 cups of uncooked old-fashioned oatmeal. 2 cups of pecans or almonds. 2 cups of any dried fruit. You preheat your oven to 275 degrees. You mix your water and brown sugar together and put it in a microwave bowl. A microwave on high for 5 minutes. You place your nuts and your oats in a larger bowl and pour the syrup mixture over the oat and nut. Mix well. Place your mixture on 2 ungreased jelly roll pans. Bake for 45 to 60 minutes, turning it, flipping it every 15 minutes. Cool and add your dried fruit as desired. Then after you have the fruit added, place it in an airtight container. Alright, that's a good recipe for the special sports athletes in your life. Ranch oyster crackers. Here's another one. That's a good recipe. 1 package of oyster crackers. 1/2 cup of vegetable oil. 1/2 teaspoon of dried dill weed. 1 envelope of ranch dressing. You preheat your oven to 200 degrees, and in a large bowl you combine the ranch dressing mix, the oil and dill weed, and you mix it well. Then you add your crackers, and you toss until the crackers are well coated. You spread them on a baking sheet and bake for 15 to 20 minutes, doing once halfway through. And you allow it to cool before you place in an airtight container. Those are good snacks. And one last one. Oops, I guess I have a couple more last ones here. Another last one. Hollandaise Snack. 1 cup of unsalted dry roasted peanuts. 1 cup of Ritz Bits crackers. 1 cup of thick pretzels. 1/3 cup of butter. And 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. 1 package of Hollandaise sauce mix. 1 teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce. That's a tongue twister, isn't it? Preheat your oven to 300 degrees. In a small saucepan, stir in your garlic powder, your Hollandaise sauce, and your Worcestershire sauce. In a large bowl, you mix together the peanut, the crackers, and the pretzels. After the mixture has melted, pour over the peanut mixture. Toss until everything is well coated. Spread evenly on a baking sheet. Bake 15 to 20 minutes, stirring occasionally. You remove from the baking sheet onto wax paper or the foil to cool. When completely cooled, place in an airtight container. I think I've got a couple more. Should we go with them? 3-bean chili mix in a jar. This is the last of my this is the last of the recipes, alright? For now. 1/4 cup of dried black beans. 1/4 cup of dried pinto beans. 1/4 cup of dried white beans. 1 tablespoon dried onion flakes. 1.5 cups tomato powder or dried tomatoes. Excuse me. 1/2 cup dried bell peppers. 1/4 cup dried bell pepper. 1/4 cup dried carrots. 1 tablespoon chili pepper. 1 tablespoon oregano. 1 tablespoon garlic powder. 2 teaspoons salt, and 1/2 teaspoon of pepper. You combine them all in a jar in the layers that they were given. Excuse me. Combine your jar ingredients and 4 cups of water in a slow cooker. Cover and cook on high 6 to 7 hours or until the beans are tender. That's it for today. God bless you. See you later. Bye-bye.